to Lord Mahavira. My heartfelt salutations to Acharya Prabhu Parshatanji Maharasam, Puja Gurdev Dr. Shivaranjanji Maharasam. My heartfelt salutations to Muni Bhagwans present here, and all the monks and nuns of all the interfaiths, and all the dignitaries, Sister Amrika ji, and all the other audience. So, from past 1.5 hours, we are all talking about unity and trust among religions. So you've already known what is unity, what is trust, and what is the aspect of religions. The one thing what I believe is, when we were born from our mother's womb, and when we started growing, we all learned, we went to school, and then we learned ABCD, right? Is anybody here who have not learned ABCD, E, F, G, H? Anybody? So I want to teach you something. We want to learn something about the ABCDs of life. So first thing what I want to believe is, I believe in action taking. N number of talks, N number of speeches won't help until unless you take action today. Are you all ready to take action? Yes, we all are gathered here to know each other, to understand and to know other faiths. That is what is the purpose of interfaith dialogue. So we are doing a dialogue, we are talking, we are understanding each other, and then whatever is beneficial to the soul for our own upliftment, let us take action. भाषण कर लेंगे, सुन लेंगे और फिर चले जाएंगे. That is not done. Morning you meditate, you feel so good, you feel out of the world, you feel you are out of the box, you have so many n number of ideas. Yes, I can do this, yes, I can do that. But the moment you walk out of the hall, you finish your meditation, and then you see the situations which are not according to you, you lose the track. What is the use of meditating? What is the use of practicing spirituality when you cannot carry the energy what you received during the meditation throughout the day? So today, I stand here to give you some ABCs so that you can do some action taking. Yesterday, just yesterday, we celebrated 2625th Mahavir Jayanti. Lord Mahavira's birth, Janma Kalyanat, we all celebrated across India. And I was there in Hyderabad, Secunderabad yesterday, and last night, 2 a.m. I reached Bangalore only for this program. And the first thing what we talk is A. And A is very famous in Jainism, that is 3 A's of Jainism: Ahimsa, Anekantavada, and Aparigraha. So when you talk about Ahimsa, every religion talks about non-violence. Nobody wants to hurt anybody, nobody wants to kill anyone, but then there is a difference in the level, there is a difference in the intensity. Well, I want to tell you one thing. If a person forgets Ahimsa, the religion suffers. And if you forget Ahimsa, religion is suffering, people are suffering, and the entire universe is suffering. And when you start living with Ahimsa, everybody starts living with happiness. Everybody wants to have happiness. Everyone wants to understand and feel that eternal bliss. So Ahimsa is the solution for all the problems what the world is facing today. India is still peaceful. Why? Because every religion, you are seeing so much of diversity, and that is why you see so much of spirituality every place, every nook and corner of India, and that is why we are still living so peacefully. So that is why I feel from time immemorial there are so many monks, there are so many Tirthankars, there are so many other prophets and other Mahapurush who have come on this planet Earth to teach people. Whenever there was a hype in terror, whenever there was a hype in violence, there were so many other religious and spiritual teachers who came to teach mankind that you have to follow compassion, you have to follow peace, and you have to follow Ahimsa so that this world is a better place to live in. So what are you learning from A? A is teaching you Ahimsa, and the second principle what Bhagavan Mahavir Swami told is Anekantavada, the philosophy of multiplicity, multiple viewpoints. Lord Mahavira doesn't say that this is the only thing that is truth. Truth has multi-dimensions. Nowadays, this is the era of artificial intelligence, And in the olden days, we were all drawing, sketching in 2D, 2 dimensions. Nowadays, you see 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions, 5 dimensions, and then people have explored. The research has gone 10, 12D. So there is so much of exploration in the outside world. But Lord Mahavira says, your own dimension you have to understand. The Anekantavada, the multiple viewpoint, what you think and what you say doesn't mean that has to fit for others as well. Lord Mahavira never said you should dominate. Religion will not teach you domination. Religion will teach you to understand each other and go with prosperity, go with unity and go with equanimity. So A stands for Ahimsa, Aparigraha, Anekantavada. Aparigraha means the whole entire world is talking about minimalism. And whenever you follow minimalism, wherein you cut down your resources, you are happy with whatever you have, and you can know, you understand the value of the resources and you use it properly, that is what is A. And your inner journey starts from this A. And B stands for, this is what I was sitting here and I was thinking, what am I supposed to do when everybody has spoken about unity, trust, religion, and there are so many things which is just multifolded and everybody is speaking the same thing, because now you understand every religion speaks about peace, compassion, everybody speaks about non-violence. But what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to speak? So when I was sitting on the stage, I felt, let me talk about ABCs. Now B stands for, until and unless you want to take actions, your brain has to be rewired. From childhood, we are being conditioned. We are all living with conditioning. This is what you are supposed to do. You are a person who belongs to this community, and this is the set of conduct and you have to do this. When the elephant was a small elephant, a child, it was tied with a string. It was tied with iron bars wherein it couldn't move because that was stronger than its body. Later on, as it started growing with the conditioning. And because of that conditioning, as it grew, it had all the power, it had all the capacity to break through all the shackles. Still, it was only tied with a small rope. Still, it is there with that rope tied always. Even though it has the capacity to explore its potential, it cannot move out of its conditioning. So what we are supposed to do? Second action taking is B, that is brain rewiring. Today at this platform, you have to understand that we all came here to have interfaith dialogue, because dialogue will help you understand, and today you have to rewire your brains, come out of all the conditioning. And C stands for celebrate the diversity. India is such a huge country wherein we have so much of diversity. Respect everybody, celebrate, and everybody is talking about their celebrations. And D stands for dialogue, not debate. Talk to understand, not to win. Even at your homes, when you're talking to each other, or when you want to put forth your thought patterns, you always think that my talk, my words should win, I should win. But today you have to understand that you should have a dialogue, talk to understand what the other person wants to speak, talk and understand what exactly the other person wants, and not to win your ego. And E stands for eliminate all the negativities and educate with inclusivity. Educate your children. I heard that there are so many teachers here, so I want to tell you one thing. Educate with inclusivity. That means you educate the children about all the religions, not to confuse them, but to broaden their minds. To make them understand that we have to have religious tolerance. It's okay to what you're following, but then you should have humanity from inside. And F stands for friendliness, friendship. And Lord Mahavira speaks about MPM. This is the formula which I want to tell you. If you remember this MPM, you will go to the next level of your spirituality. First M stands for Maitri Bhavana, because Bhavana feelings is more important than the physical presence. So what kind of thoughts, what kind of emotions you carry is very important. So first M stands for Maitri Bhavana. Have friendliness with all the living beings, even though it is a small 1 sense living being, even though it is a 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, 5 sense. Every for Maitri Bhavana, and P stands for promote Bhavana, appreciate each other's virtues. Everybody has some or the other virtue. Every living being has some or the other good qualities. So start appreciating them. Start embracing each and everybody's qualities and virtues. And the last MPM method, wherein M says for Madhyastha Bhavana, that means have equanimity for all the living beings. Whether the situation is in favor of you, whether the situations are against you, still have the feeling of equanimity. Don't be very happy when everything goes according to you, and don't be a sadist when everything goes against you. Don't end up in toxic relationships. Have that patience, have that equanimity, wherein your life will become more prosperous, your life will become more harmonious. Start developing harmony from your inner environment. And F ho gaya, MPM I told, and G stands for gratitude. Today, I stand here and I feel that everybody should have attitude of gratitude. And today, I am very much grateful to all the Ambika ji and all the Didis and all the Brahma Kumaris to organize such a beautiful event wherein everybody is getting an eye-opener. So let us practice the attitude of gratitude every day. If you start practicing 10 gratitudes, start writing 10 gratitudes each day. I am grateful for this body which is working very perfectly with me. Start writing the gratitudes. If you start writing gratitudes, at least 5 to 10 gratitudes, 5 to 10 gratefulness if you are grateful for anything. You are grateful for your eyes, you are grateful for your body, you are grateful for your family which is taking care of you, you are grateful for the school, college, wherever you are learning, teaching. Start developing that gratitude feeling. And once you start developing, you will really understand. And last and the least, I want to tell you is H stands for helping each other. If you can help yourself, you can help each other. And I stands for inner purity. The moment you start practicing A to H, you will start purifying your inner soul. And when you start purifying your inner soul, that is where your godliness comes from within. So Atma is the Paramatma, and when you start practicing all these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and that is where inner purification takes place. And today, on behalf of Mahavir Jayanti, the teachings of Lord Mahavir, I want to tell you last one thing, that start purifying yourself. And the moment you start purifying yourself, you will see the world very beautiful, and this world will be a better place to live in. Thank you so much.